Love and beautiful blessings to you whenever you are listening to this. I'm sending you bunches and bunches of love. All right. And I'm also sending you your flowers because, like, I want to take a moment to celebrate you. We're grateful for you. Okay. Like, take that moment, take this moment right here, right now to big up yourself, to celebrate yourself, to give yourself a round of applause, to give yourself a hug, to recognize you, all that you are, all that you do, all that you bring to this world. And, aside from all that you do, just in general, a moment to be grateful for life, to be grateful for your own existence, okay? Because you are special. You are so, so special. You are so important to this world, super duper important to this world, okay? And yeah, like you need to celebrate yourself more often, okay? You don't need to wait for your birthday. You don't need to wait for a special day. You don't need to wait for no friend, nobody to celebrate you. You can celebrate yourself, okay? And it's beautiful to have people that celebrate you, but this is just for those who feel like, they feel a little awkward or odd celebrating themselves or doing something nice for themselves. Like, no, babe, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think you should do more of that more often. I feel like that'll help you attract in more beautiful experiences that you are very well deserving of, okay? With people who will, recognize you for all that you are, okay? But yes, y'all, I'm sending you bunches of love. It is gorgeous to be here right now, connecting with you, being able to bring you this message. I do just want to get across a message tonight. So I was like, let me just make this, let me just record. I want to get this across. Okay, when I'm recording it, we are approaching a full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so the full moon in Sagittarius, well, I'm in New York. So the full moon in Sagittarius is going to be this Wednesday, June 11th, okay, 2025. Can you guys believe it? Like, no matter how many times you could write the date down, see the date, no matter what, it's just like, what? Like, were we really in 2025? Like what? Like, how did we even get here? Okay, how did we get here? Okay, like, it's giving me Paramore vibes. I used to love that song. But yes, let's tap in. Let's get it together. Okay. I hope that you are doing well. Take this time. I don't know where you could be right now. You could be in your room. You could be in your car. You could be at work. Okay. You could be just chilling. You know what I'm saying? You could be on a train. You could be anywhere right now. Okay. But I want you to take a moment to take a deep breath, okay, even if it's just one, to refresh your energy, to just give you, that clear vibe, okay, a nice refresher. So, on the count of three, I want you to take a deep breath in, hold it for 3 seconds, and then I want you to breathe out. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, hold it. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. Let it go. All right. If you need more time to ground, since that was only one breath, I should really make y'all sit through a couple of breaths. But this is, that's for another video. At the moment, we just gonna, get into this. But if you do need more time to reset your energy, pause this video, take some deep breaths, come back, and let's go. So, yeah, the message of tonight, well, the message whenever you're hearing this is speak up, okay? Speak up, speak up, speak up. All right? One, people don't know your limits. Some people don't know your limits, okay? Even if you tell people your limits, people don't really be fully knowing and getting it because it's like it's not them. Like, you can explain something to somebody so many times, and unless they are really, really, able to empathize and understand you, they just won't really get it. Okay, but a lot of the times, you could be around people that are just aloof to the fact that they just not even paying attention to anything that's going on other than whatever's going on with themselves. Okay, so this is why it's important for you to speak up. Okay, it's important for you to speak up. It's important for you to say what you have to say. It's important for you to speak up, especially when you're feeling uncomfortable. Speak up when something doesn't feel good to you. Speak up when somebody's crossing your boundaries. Speak up when you feel overwhelmed. Speak up when you feel like you're reaching your like before your limits, but before someone crosses your limits. Speak up. Say what you need to say. Speak up if you feel like somebody is coming at you the wrong way. Speak up if you feel like you've been letting something rock for a while and it's just like, no, like I know in my spirit this is not right. Let me speak up. Like, speak up. Speak up. Say what you need to say. For some people, it's not only that, it's also speak up, meaning like express yourself. Express yourself. Maybe maybe you need to literally speak. Maybe you need to literally be, speaking to other people or speaking, making videos, speaking, maybe some of y'all sing or speaking, just using your voice to bring balance into this world, to bring healing into this world, to bring magic into this world, to bring creativity into this world. Like, speak up. All right? Some of y'all are hesitant to use your voice, afraid of what other people might think, afraid of what other people might say. For some of y'all, it's that you're afraid to use your voice because you feel like you got certain people watching you or people that knew old versions of you. So it feels uncomfortable for you to be speaking up and saying what's truly on your mind and, just being who you are now or who you're becoming. And because you don't want to rub nobody the wrong way, but it's just like, nah, when you are walking in your truth, you can't care about all of that. Like, of course, it's important to build emotional intelligence along the way. It's important to build intelligence overall along the way so that you making sure that you're not just, you know, being reckless in how you're moving. But like, yeah, you can't really care how other people are going to receive you walking in your truth, in your power, and in alignment with your own path. Okay? Um yeah, speaking up because it's given, that throat chakra could have been blocked for quite some time. Sometimes it's due to how we were raised, who we were around. Maybe someone was bullied when they were a kid, so it's hard for them to speak up now as an adult. um Maybe they weren't listened to by the adults around them. It's hard for them to speak up as an adult now. Maybe they were shut down by the adults in their life who were supposed to be watering them, and giving them the room to bloom. Maybe they were watered down, shut down, and now they don't speak up. And I'm speaking from experience, so I definitely know it's not an easy process to break out of those ways of being, but you can definitely do it. You take one step at a time. Take each day as it comes to you, you know, one step at a time. If you see a moment that comes up where you usually would have stayed quiet, speak up. Use it as an opportunity to speak up, to build this new you, to strengthen this new version of you. Okay, because you can't be afraid to speak up with where you're heading, with what you're here to do in your path, in this world, in your lifetime, in general, with the lifestyle you plan to live. You got to be able to speak up, honey. Okay, you even if you haven't thought that far ahead, but even if you thinking like, I want to live this amazing lifestyle. I want to feel like this. I want this amount of money and I want this type of people in my life and I want this type of vibes. You got to be able to speak up. You can't get all of that while you just, you know what I'm saying, a closed mouth don't get fed basically. You can't you got to speak up. You specifically. You specifically, okay? You specifically. Maybe other people, maybe their path could be different. Maybe they can maneuver through their path without speaking up or whatever the case is, but I'm talking to you. You got to speak up. It's time for you to speak up. Okay? Because the more you hold in your truth, the more you hold back, the more you water yourself down to make other people feel comfortable. It's like I'm seeing like a cartoon character, right? Like, and the cartoon character is so vivid, so colorful, but the more they shrink themselves to make other people feel comfortable, they become more gray. The color fades away. Okay, the color is slowly fading away, and it's just like no. Okay, for some of y'all, this is happening because y'all letting people's judgments get in your head. You gotta not give a damn what people think. Okay, like you not out as long as you're not out here like intentionally hurting nobody and stuff like that, like, or unintentionally just being reckless with your energy, like regardless whichever way, if it's intentional, unintentional, because you gotta bring awareness to that. If you're just being reckless out here, if you're just being reckless, okay, or if you got some growth to do, you know what I'm saying, like there's always room for growth. But in general, like if you know you just being true to you, you're not doing nothing to nobody, like you're doing these things for you, like you gotta really not care what other people have to say. People are always gonna talk, especially when you are so colorful, like the animation I just talked about, like the vision I was just getting. When you have so much spark to you, when you have so much magic to you, when you have so much light to you, you gotta understand that that might irritate somebody who is living a gray type of experience. You know what I'm saying? A dull experience. It might trigger them. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me SpongeBob and Squidward. Okay? If you know, you know. Like, we know how SpongeBob is, and we know how Squidward is. For some of y'all probably gonna be like, damn, SpongeBob get on my nerves too, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe some of y'all love SpongeBob. I'm getting somebody's energy who maybe don't really care, think SpongeBob could be annoying. But for others of y'all, it could be the other way around. Everyone feels however they feels about them characters, but y'all know what I'm saying. If you know the characters, then you know that SpongeBob is like this happy-go-lucky, this happy, fun vibe, and Squidward could just be that downer. You know what I'm saying? Like that. He just that. It just gives like that low energy, that Debbie Downer, like a negative Nancy. He just give that sometimes. And so it's just like, yeah, you could be around a lot of people who act like Squidward, and you are just that SpongeBob vibe. Maybe you don't express yourself just like SpongeBob, obviously not, or maybe you do. You know what I'm saying? It could go either way. And if you do, that's cool. But like, you have a unique vibe to you. You bring this pop to things. You bring this spark to the room. Okay, you bring this glitter to the room. You bring this energy. Okay, you bring this energy that is very, very noticeable, that is very, very, it's just interesting. Okay, it's intriguing, it's alluring. You just have this energy to you. All right. And you got to understand that when there's other people around them or around you who they have not done the work on themselves. Listen, you got to understand when people don't sit with themselves, when people are always on the go, you have anyone in your life who like they never get no time alone. Like you always see them talking to somebody. They are always on the go, on the way to do something. They are always in communication with people. It's like they don't take any time alone, literally, unless they probably taking a shower, using a bathroom, or like, just maybe a more mundane task that they probably should, maybe that they could do alone. But I'm just like, damn, like, you ever come across somebody who just never does nothing alone? All right. Or like they never take a minute to just sit with themselves. You gotta realize if there's some people around you like that, because these people don't know themselves. They have no idea who they are. That's why they are always outside of themselves, you know? Always outside of themselves. Now, it's different if you have built a strong knowing of yourself and you still, you could be a person who likes to heavily connect with others, but again, a person who knows themselves, they definitely honor and value and prioritize time for themselves. They know it's essential, it's key to wellness, to their wellness. They know that it's key. Okay, so you may take the time for yourself and everything like that. You may know yourself very well, but you could have some people in your world, whether it be coworkers, family members, friends that you've been friends with since maybe middle school, public school, high school, college. Friends that have known you for a while since your childhood. And maybe they just don't prioritize any time for themselves. They don't know themselves, okay? So they kind of just go with the flow of, whatever society got going on. And your lights can rub them the wrong way, can trigger the parts of them that they have also suppressed. So sometimes people will try to make you water yourself down. Sometimes people will try to make you dim your light because it's going to make them feel more comfortable. If they feel so much of their darkness around them, but they have not yet acknowledged it. They don't want to, but that's why they want you to dim your light. They're like, hold on, can you dim yours? Because then maybe if yours is dim, you won't really see how much shit I got going on. That's what some people be trying to do. And I never really broke it down like that before up until now. So it's just like, yeah, don't let anyone dim your light, especially if they haven't even found their own. All right? And this is a season to speak up. I feel like you speaking up, I'm strongly getting that you speaking up is going to unlock doors, bring in new opportunities, call in things that are in alignment with your frequency, the things that are meant for you. It's going to make people straighten up, tighten up. The hell, tighten up when they come around you. Well, not in a bad way, but they should just know how to treat you. Okay, because it's just gonna show in your energy. They'll know that, okay, I'm not gonna play with her or with him or with so and so, with them or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna play with them because I know they're gonna speak up. I know that they are gonna speak up for themselves, or I already know how they are. So they'll, it's, if you're speaking up and stuff, and you speaking up very clearly, it makes it a little easier and more noticeable that someone else is being completely crazy when they decide to just be crossing boundaries. But either way, the speaking up is for you. It's not for them. It is here to help you get to the next level, the next chapter of your journey. Okay, your journey is not like anyone else's. Like I said, I could be speaking to a bunch of different people right now, and each one of y'all will take the message how you're meant to take it from where you are in your journey and where you're going. Okay, but basically the speaking up is going to get you to the next level. The speaking up is necessary. Okay, the speaking up is going to put things in order. The speaking up is going to help you really get firm on it. And again, you speaking up, if you're speaking up about your boundaries, I'm going to need you to also respect your own boundaries, because sometimes it's not them, it's us. All right, I'm going to say that again. Sometimes it's not them, it's us. Okay, and sometimes it is them. Sometimes it's 100% them. But sometimes it is us, because sometimes we build good boundaries, we speak good boundaries, but we let things slide right after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could tell somebody, hey, I don't like when you say this, even if it's in a joking way. Okay, and then the next time they tell you sorry or whatever the case is, and then the next time they do it again, and you just let it slide. And you just be like, oh, that's just them, or, oh, I'll just let it slide. It's just like, no. Stop stop it. Okay. And then for others of you, for example, like it could be you have boundaries. You set certain boundaries for yourself. Like, okay, let me think of a random example. You set boundaries for yourself. Like, okay, let's say you have a friend who you know that the friend doesn't really, you could tell, your spirit could just tell something's been weird, something's been off, and you don't really feel like they're a true friend to you. Okay, and it's just like, all right, you got some clarity that made you come to that conclusion, and now you set some boundaries for yourself. Let's say you don't know what you're going to do yet, but you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to set boundaries for myself. Like, i'm I'll spend time with this friend, but I'm going to keep it very light, and I'll only spend 1 hour with them. But then, okay, you set that boundary for yourself, and then when you actually, go see this friend, it just slips out it just slips out the side of your head. You know what I'm saying? You forget all about that 1 hour that you set for yourself. You forget all about the boundaries you set for yourself. You go out your way to do things that you didn't really need to do. And that's you not respecting your own boundary. Okay? There's nothing wrong with changing your mind. But sometimes you got to remember why you set the boundary in the first place. Because then you say, forget about the boundary. For that moment, the person will give you another reason that'll show you exactly why you set the boundary in the first place. Okay? So it's just like, yeah, no. No is no the first time. If you say you want water, don't accept tea. Like just be straightforward about what it is that you're truly feeling in your spirit. And yeah, you just need to be straightforward, and you need to speak up. And don't disrespect your own boundaries. That's it. Okay. So, yeah, that's really the vibe that I was, picking up on, that I really felt like this message needed to get across to, whoever it was meant to get across to. I was just like, guided to record it. Like, so if it resonated with you, that is lovely. Definitely don't forget to like this video, comment, let me know. All right. And you already know too, like, and if you don't know, you can book your private readings with me by emailing me at alchemistbay@gmail.com. Okay, but for those of y'all who watching who already know, yes, you already know the vibes. And yeah, like this is a new era. This is a new era. This is a new time. You are ready to elevate. You are ready to go to the next level. You are ready to stand firm, stand on business, stand on who you say you are. And I feel like your voice is going to help you do that. So build it, speak up. If you feel like this is going to be completely new to you, if you're usually on the more quiet side, you usually pipe down, you usually let things slide, you usually don't speak up, you need to start shifting that ASAP, because you should not be living in discomfort just to keep other people comfortable. It's not okay. And over time, that discomfort will manifest into something much more challenging. Okay, it can manifest into something physical. It can manifest into something just much more challenging. Okay, so if you you got the opportunities will arise. Okay, where you get the chance to speak up. Okay, because it just might be that one person who they just want to cross a boundary, or it just might be that one person who rubs you the wrong way. You need to speak up, or it might be just that one thing, that one task that a person's trying to give to you, or they're neglecting, so you feel you have to take on. And it's like, no, you need to actually speak up. Okay, it's time to speak up. All right, so yes, that is the message. I'm sending you bunches and bunches of love. Go be great. Okay, Forget about what the haters gotta say, okay? Like, they're just doing their job as a hater. They're not important. They're not gonna stop you anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna continue to prosper. You're gonna continue to get better and better. These are probably things you needed to hear because this just came through. Like, you you're moving on to a higher level. You're moving on to a different level, to a, I'm seeing a diamond. Like, you're moving on to a, it's giving me like a very precious level. All right. And so this level is very precious. Your voice needs to be heard. All right. Go be great, babe. Love you bunches. Talk to you soon.